Hello there, boys and girls. It's Mrs. DePaul, and today for library, we are going to read The Art Lesson. The Art Lesson is by a famous author illustrator named Tomie dePaola. And Tomie dePaola is not only the author of The Art Lesson, he also is the illustrator, and he is a very famous author. As you can see from the cover of our book, we have a little boy holding some art materials. And this is Tomie. He drew himself when he was a little boy because he loved art so much. Um, Again, this book is written and illustrated by Tomie. And I want to just thank G.P. Putnam and Sons in New York for allowing teachers and librarians like me the chance to read these books. Tomie knew he wanted to be an artist when he grew up. And you can see, boys and girls, he's drawing on the sidewalk back here. He drew pictures everywhere he went. It was his favorite thing to do. So, boys and girls, before we go any further, I want you to start thinking of your favorite things to do, things that you love to do. His friends had favorite things to do too. Jack collected all kinds of turtles. There's Jack. Herbie made huge cities in his sandbox. Jeannie, Tommie's best friend, could do cartwheels and stand on her head. But Tomie drew and drew and drew. His twin cousins, who were already grown up, were in art school, learning to be real artists. They told him not to copy and to practice, practice, practice. So he did. And boys and girls, twins are when a brother and a sister, or a sister and a sister, or a brother and a brother, they have the same birthdays. They're born on the same day. So Tomie had almost grown-up twin cousins, and they were girls, and they were art students. Tomie put his pictures up on the walls of his half of the bedroom. So we see Tomie here putting up his pictures. Now we see that Tomie has a sibling on this side because we see another bed. And I want you to imagine what this sibling is interested in. Yeah, right? Totally different. Look what's on this side of the bedroom. And what's on this side of the bedroom. I like how he wrote Tommie's side here with an arrow. His mom put them up all around the house. His dad took them to the barber shop where he worked. You can see they're up on the wall. Tom and Nana, Tommie's Irish grandfather and grandmother, had his pictures in their grocery store. Nana Fall River, his Italian grandmother, put one in a special frame on the table next to the photograph of Aunt Chloe in her wedding dress. So here's one too he did for his Nana. Once Tomie took a flashlight and a pencil under the covers and drew pictures on his sheets. But when his mother changed the sheets on Monday and found them, she said, "No more drawing on sheets, Tomie." Here's his mom. His mom and dad were having a new house built. So Tomie drew pictures of what it would look like when it was finished. And you can see here's Tommie's pictures of his drawings of the house and his room and things like that. So he drew everything that he was interested in. When the walls of the new house, the carpenters gave Tomie a piece of bright blue chalk. So when the walls were being made, Tomie took the chalk and drew beautiful pictures all over the unfinished walls. But when the painters came, his dad said, "That's it, Tomie, no more drawing on the walls." Tomie couldn't wait for school to begin. His brother Joe told him there was a real art teacher who came to the school to give art lessons. "When do we have our art lessons?" Tomie asked the kindergarten teacher. "Oh, you won't have your art lessons until next year," said Miss Bird. "But we are going to make pictures tomorrow." So we have a teacher now in the story. That's Miss Bird. That's his kindergarten teacher. And we have his brother. His name is Joe. So I'm wondering if Joe is the boy who he shares his room with. And I wonder if Joe likes sports. Do you remember from that old picture? Yeah, there was a baseball bat next to Tomie's bed on the other bed. It wasn't much fun. The paint was awful, and the paper got all wrinkly. Miss Bird made the paint by pouring different colored powders into different jars and mixing them with water. The paint didn't stick to the paper very well. It cracked. If it was windy when Tomie carried his picture home, the paint blew right off the paper. "At least you get more than one piece of paper in kindergarten," his brother Joe said. "When the art teacher comes, you only get one piece." Tomie knew that the art teacher came to the school every other Wednesday. He could tell she was an artist because she wore a blue smock over her dress, and she always carried a big box of thick colored chalks. Here's the art teacher. Once Tomie and Jeannie were looking at drawings that were hung up in the hallway. They were done by the first graders. "Your pictures are much better," Jeannie told Tomie. "Next year, when we have real art lessons, you'll be the best one." Tomie could hardly wait. He practiced all summer. Then on his birthday, which was right after school began, his mom and dad gave him a box of 64 Crayola crayons. Here they are right there. 64 Crayola crayons, guys. Regular boxes of crayons had red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, brown, and black. This box had so many other colors: blue, violet, turquoise, red, orange, pink, and even gold, silver, and copper. "Class," said Miss Landers, the first grade teacher, "next month the art teacher will come to our room. So on Monday, instead of singing, we will practice using our crayons." On Monday, Tomie brought his 64 crayons to school. Miss Landers was not pleased. "Everyone must use the same crayons," she said. "School crayons." School crayons had only the same 8 colors. As Miss Landers passed them out to the class, she said, "These crayons are school property, so do not break them. Do not peel off the paper or wear down the points." Well, boys and girls, that's impossible. If you're really going to crayon and use colors, you have to use them, right? So Tomie's pretty disappointed. "How am I supposed to practice being an artist with school crayons?" Tomie asked Jack and Herbie. "That's enough, Tomie," Miss Landers said. "And I want you to take those birthday crayons home with you and leave them there." And Joe was right. They only got one piece of paper. There's Tomie with his one piece of paper. Finally, the day of the art lesson came. Tomie could hardly sleep that night. The next morning, he hid the box of 64 crayons under his sweater and went off to school. He was ready. And you can see he put the crayons in his sweater. The classroom door opened, and in came the art teacher, Miss Landers. Miss Bowers. Class, this is Miss Bowers, the art teacher. Patty, who is our monitor this week, will give you out one piece of paper to each of you. And remember, don't ruin it because it is the only piece of paper you'll get. Now pay attention to Miss Bowers. Class, Miss Bowers began a Thanksgiving drawing. Thanksgiving is not too far away. We will learn to draw a pilgrim man, a pilgrim woman, and a turkey. Watch carefully and copy me. Oh no. Copy, Tomie thought. Real artists don't copy from anyone. This was terrible. This was supposed to be a real art lesson. He folded his arms and just sat there. Now, what's the matter? Miss Landers asked. Tomie looked past her and spoke right to Miss Bowers. Miss Bowers, I'm going to be an artist when I grow up, and my cousins told me that real artists don't copy, from other artists. And besides, Miss Landers won't let me use my own 64 Crayola crayons. Well, Miss Bowers said, what are we going to do? She turned to Miss Landers, and they whispered together. Miss Landers nodded. Now, Tomie, Miss Bowers said, it wouldn't be fair to let you do something different than the rest of the class. But I have an idea. If you draw the pilgrim man and the woman and the turkey, and if there's any time left, I'll give you another piece of paper, and you can do your own picture with your own crayons. Can you do that? I'll try, Tomie said with a big smile. And he did. So scholars, here's Tomie. He drew what the art teacher wanted him to draw. But then she also said, you can draw what you want. So it says, and he did. And you can see he drew who? He drew his art teacher, Miss Bowers. See, there's her blue dress. And he still does. And boys and girls, this is Tomie dePaola when he's an older man and he's still doing his artwork. And can anyone look in the background? You might have seen some of these characters in other stories. Okay, you might have seen some of these other characters, especially maybe this one. That's Stregonona, and we're going to be looking at that one. And this one, we're going to be looking at that book this week too. So boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed Stregonona. I really hope you had a fun time with reading today. And we are going to be doing the next part of our lesson right now. And thank you.